welcome to 12th House Tarot. My name is Renee, and today we are going to do a pick a item reading. And this question that we have here is going to be, what is it that Spirit wants to tell you? Like, what is it that, what advice do you need right now with what you're going through currently? For those of you who know me, I have not been on, and it's been a little bit over a month now. I've been kind of dealing with some personal things, but I just felt super inspired by Spirit to just do a reading. Like, I just feel like there's a message out there for somebody. So we have group 1 over here with the Fool's Gold. I recently got this a few weeks back, and this is for group 1 with the Fool's Gold. Group 2, I actually found this in my driveway. I actually don't know what this is. I think it's just a regular like glass rock, but I just thought it was so pretty. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but it has like these translucent colors, and it's just so pretty. So that's group 2. And group 3, we have the Amethyst. So that's going to be for group 3. And I will have timestamps down below. So if you want to go ahead and pause and meditate on which one is calling to you, like my great grandpa always said, I always trust your first mind. Whichever one you first felt drawn to, go with that one, because that's usually the right one. All right, I'll see y'all in a sec. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 1 with the Fool's Gold, this is going to be your guys' reading. So I was kind of meditating on the energy of this stone, and the first word that popped to my mind was anthems. And then the verse, fake it till you make it, like popped in my head. Like, fake it till you make it. So maybe you've had it really rough, because the song that was channeling through was the song, Every Rose Has Its Thorns, that song. I feel like that's kind of either you've been having to fake it till you make it, like pushing through hard times. And it's like, usually like what I would think of with this stone is like, all that's glitter isn't gold. But I feel like you've had to kind of crystallize out of a shit situation, you know, like maybe around you, other people, you know, you didn't have such a great upbringing, for example. And it's kind of like the lotus flower growing out of the swampy water. So we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. Okay, we're going to shuffle real quick. I meant to shuffle these. I was just meditating on them, and then I jumped straight into the thing. So here we go. This way, yeah. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for group 1 with the Fool's Gold? What messages do you have? What messages, advice do you have for group 1? Oh, goodness. What messages do you have for group 1? Interesting. I don't read these in reversal, but I had a card pop up in reversal. Okay. Please clarify the Father Water. Okay. Please clarify the Ten of Wind. Please clarify the Ten of Wind. Okay. And please clarify the Ten of Fire. Please clarify the Ten of Fire. Okay. Okay, so the first card we have right here is Father Water, which is very similar to the King of Cups. And like I was saying, like having to kind of fake it till you make it, going through like a really shit situation, but like holding your emotional integrity. And to clarify that, we have Sister Wind, which this is kind of similar to like the Page of Swords. It's like, I'm not going to take any shit anymore. Like, I'm going to stand my ground. Either this is what you've been doing, or this is what Spirit has advice for you. Like, it's a time for you to get emotionally grounded and to like take the aha epiphanies that you might have had and seeing them through. Not like, I get this vision of like the wind swaying, and it's like, don't be easily moved by circumstances that are around you. The next card we have is the Ten of Wind, the Way of the Cross. So it's like it's like moving on, like facing the muse, facing the fear. Let me see what I'm channeling here. I'm getting discipline. I'm getting a mental image of, you know, like I can't remember what they're called. They're like a I can't remember which culture it is. It's an Oriental culture, but it's like a Taekwondo type of vibe, like being okay. Bruce Lee, for example. Okay, um, he always says like you become like water becomes what it's in. Like water becomes the river. Water gets into a jug. It becomes the jug. There's this mental resilience that you're needing to embark on. Um, because right underneath that is the chariot. Okay, I hope you can see. I got this computer camera on, but we have the chariot right underneath that. So it's like getting an emotional equilibrium is what it feels like conquering that which is wild within you type of vibe. Because right over here we have the 10 of fire, we have 10-10. So 10-10, I've actually talked about this in some of my other videos, and I've talked about my own testimony with the number 10-10. It means that you've shed some sort of aspect of yourself, and now you're in this like type of void. You're in a void, and it's like the creation right within the void, because it's like you shed that element of yourself, who you used to be, who you no longer identify as, and we go through this void where it's like, okay, so I'm not that, so who am I kind of energy. It's like within the void, anything can be created. So you can either go back into a self-destruction type of spiral, or you can transcend that chaos and move forward. We have, like I said, 10-10. That's 10 is the number of the new beginning. So it's like, this is the starting point to, because 1 is the beginning point, 0 is kind of the void energy, and anything can be created in the void. So it's like, trust the synchronicities that you're seeing right now, is what I'm getting. So we have the 10 of wind and 10 of fire, the cage. So what I'm getting from this vibe right here is you're exploding out of an identity. Like you're exploding out of I'm trying to like put into words like how I can articulate this. It's like there's a bursting out is what it feels like. It's almost like a phoenix type of vibe. Right underneath that we have the 3 of fire, which is the birth of light. It's like you know where you want to head to. There's there's this direction that you want to go towards. And this is really saying like, yes, trust your intuition, trust your guidance. It is not far-fetched. You are no longer playing it small. It's like you no longer want to play small. And that little hunch like that you feel, like I'm getting this feeling in my stomach right now. It's like your stomach, like that's like your guts, that's your action. It's like take the action forward to burst out of that cage, to burst out passionately. And at the bottom of this deck, we actually have a brother fire. So it's almost like the Knight of Wands type of energy. So it's like going forward passionately with what it is you want for yourself, because this is not a time for limiting ideologies. Like you're breaking out of molds, you're breaking out of stigmas, you're breaking out of like, you know, oh, this is what they wanted for me, but no, that is not what's written in the stars for me kind of energy. This is really like, I'm getting goosebumps right now. This is powerful stuff right here. You just have to face the fear, and it's like you're conquering the stallion. It's like there's this wild energy within you that has to be conquered. Like no longer letting your demons run the show. It's like you've got a type of, it's like you have like it's like you're in control of the chariot now. Like the demons aren't taking over you. It's like you're taking over it. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all have done a lot of shadow work, is also what I'm feeling. And if you don't know what shadow work is, it's going within and facing the things that either you're ashamed of or you've suppressed about yourself. This could be negative and positive qualities of yourself. Do I see anything else that I'm channeling real quick? Also, I'm getting an energy of like, okay, I just heard the power of 3. So if there are 2 significant people in your life, who are on the same like wavelength of spirit as you, as in like people you can talk to, commune with. I'm hearing like the power of prayer. So like when two or more come together in prayer to try to to have a agreed idea, like when you pray together, like that goes up into the ether, and it's like wish fulfillment kind of energy. So like keeping your faith, keep going forward, don't stop. Don't stop. Okay? Because you're definitely bursting out. But let me go ahead. I'm going to pull some oracle cards over here. Like I said, I meant to shuffle, but I just got so excited for y'all's reading. I was like, I just jumped up in it. So here we are. These are some new cards I forgot to show. So with the tarot cards I just used is the Spirit of the Tarot. And then for the oracle cards, I have I'm sorry about that. I heard the front door and I was like, I'm not expecting anybody. Who is that? It's just my fiance, so it's all right. He came back home early. Anyways, back to what we were doing. Okay. Where was I? Okay, so yeah. Next one I'm about to use is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. It's such a beautiful deck. And these ones right here are really blunt, and they're called Heal Yourself reading cards. I got them on Amazon. Super blunt, so we're going to get some super blunt messages. And at the end of this reading, I want you to go and get a notepad, because I'm going to have some affirmation advice that Spirit wants you to focus on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some messages from the Vintage Oracle. What else, Spirit, what advice can I give for them that they need to be aware of in their situation? What else can we let group 1 know? Power. Oh, wow, that's powerful. Okay, so we got the Power card. I hope you can see that. This card, it speaks about, and I see your direction. Okay, I'm seeing the compass, power. This is, like I was saying, like I'm fired up. A lot of fire energy, whether you have it in your chart or not. Faking it till you make it kind of vibe, like you're busting out. So this is saying to stay in your power. Don't give your power away to other people. Don't be easily swayed by things that don't align with your inner truth. If it does not align with your inner truth, do not, like I'm getting the vibe of not testing the waters, but it's like, don't tease the devil kind of vibe. Like, stay in your lane. Keep going. Don't stop. Okay. Okay, what's another advice I can give for group 1? What's some more advice I can give for group 1? Compassion. Okay. So I feel like y'all came from a very like humble background. Like you've been humbled, and so it's like now you're rising up kind of vibe, whether you see it or not. But this is saying have compassion with your past, compassion with yourself. Let me see what else I'm picking up with this card real quick. Really, the energy of humble. So either you're the type of, what I'm really picking up, it's like a muscle that's being tightened is what it feels like. And I think maybe you have been pushing out, but this is saying to find a balance between pushing, like to go towards what it is that you want for yourself, and regaining like inner equilibrium, because this is like, because we have power and compassion. So with power comes great responsibility. You don't want to abuse your power. You know what I mean? So this is saying that you may have came from a very humbling upbringing, and that you're kind of self-made is the vibe that I'm getting. But it's a balance between your feminine and masculine energy. So like knowing when to flow and to be receptive, but also knowing when to stand firm in your convictions and when to take action kind of energy. Okay. Also with this picture, it looks like this little fairy. I don't know if it's a fairy or an angel, but it's like praying. It's like I was saying earlier with the praying, like I feel like you need to pray more. That's the advice. You need, whether it doesn't matter what your belief system is, prayer is sending that energy outward to the ethers, to God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, a higher power, asking for assistance. Because I feel like maybe you're the type of person you don't like to ask for help. This is saying ask for help. and that it doesn't make you powerless to ask for help. There's nothing to be ashamed of. It doesn't make you weak. Okay? Okay, so the next card we got is transition. Like I said, you're in a transitional period. One chapter ends, another begins. Just stay grounded within that state. It's about staying grounded. Because in this imagery, she's like, you have these beautiful flowers right here, but she's like, she's looking right here. There's a snowflake. It's just a single snowflake. And it's saying like, even if times get hard, don't harden yourself. Don't harden your heart. Don't reverberate back to old ways of being, but to keep going forward. And it's a really strong message to not go back to what was, but because you can't. Even if you try, it's almost like, you know, whenever you're growing up and your feet were growing, but you had a favorite pair of shoes, but they're too small now, and you keep trying to put those old shoes on, but they're uncomfortable. The shoes are uncomfortable. Like you can't go back to those shoes. So this is saying you're in a transitional period. Leave the old behind. Go forward. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we got love. So in all of your actions, I know they say love is a very cliche thing, but love is really the generator of all life. Like without love, people wouldn't care enough to take the action necessary to change. Like love is the essence of change. Like because you care about your own life, because you have that care and love, you want to change. So it's saying to keep your focus on things that are beautiful in your life. Focus on love. Don't focus on the despair of it. Okay. So I'm going to warn y'all, these cards are very blunt. So if I get some blunt messages, don't get mad. Okay. Just give them a couple shuffles real quick. Okay. All right, Spirit. What do they need to be aware of? What does Group 1 need to be aware of? What does Group 1 need to be aware of? What does Group 1 need to be aware of? Anything that's hindering Group 1? Oh, shoot. Holy cow, I'm going to take this one. What was that just saying about love? Look at you. Look at here. We got the self-love card. I hope you see this. Like, this is that feminine energy. Like, she's embracing herself in full. Like, she has her arms stretched open, being receptive. This is real feminine energy, but self-love. And it's 4 plus 2 because it's 24, it's 6. And that does, I'm a life path 6 myself. And something I had to learn personally is that in order to help other people, I have to help myself. So that's a big message here for you too. In order to help those around you, you need to help yourself and love yourself fully. And also do things not for recognition, but do them because that is what you want to do. That's real self-love right there. Okay. And what else does Group 1 need to know? Any blind spots that they need to be aware of? Ooh. What was I saying about praying? We got help from above. This group, the advice for you is to pray more. Then the number on here is 27. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 is the number of endings. Everything that we've learned up until this point. It's saying there's a need to surrender what was. It's like I was saying, you're in this void energy right now. And maybe you don't really know where you want to go. This is a message for some of y'all. This is saying to ask, you know, our Creator, what is it that, like, what is meant for you? Or what help, like, this is, like, ask for help. Pray. And if you don't know the words to pray, just close your eyes and just meditate. And answers will come that way. But that's a big message for this group. It's time to start to not leaning on your own understanding and to have faith and to pray more. And I was just saying with the number 6, we have the card cycles. So this is saying right now, like, maybe you've exited an old cycle, an old path of being, right? And this is saying that this is a part of the cycle. Like a new cycle is starting to emerge. Like the old is dead and gone, and now it's a new cycle you're getting into. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the card of beauty. So this is like a big group about self-sufficiency, self-love. And the beauty card, 7 + 1 is 8, and that goes with that kind of cycles, the 8 energy, karma. But this is really talking about appreciating yourself more, looking in the mirror and being grateful for your own inner essence, your inner beauty, because like what's within will show on the outside. So, oh, you know what? This is also what I'm picking up too. I think in the beginning I was saying usually with this I would call like all that's glitter isn't gold, but it's like, and on her necklace she has this golden necklace and she's pointing to her heart. It's time to start maybe doing some heart meditations, to start opening your heart up and not to harden yourself even though you've been through a lot of things, and start to appreciate your beauty. And your beauty, it's not just the physical appearance, it's like what you have to offer, the good qualities and beautiful qualities of yourself. Like start being more open your heart up to possibility again. Okay, I see anything else that I'm picking up here real quick? Being graceful in the transition. Like I feel like y'all are a very graceful group. Like y'all have, it's a lot of feminine energy in this group, like total Venus vibes. Maybe start to embrace the aesthetics of like Venus energy, beauty is really what I'm picking up. It's like y'all are really a good balance between action and flow, but this is really like the advice for you is to start getting more into your feminine energy. It's like y'all been in the masculine and it's time to start to embrace the grace and the beauty. As you see, I'm flowing my hands and stuff. I'm all about that, y'all. Okay, so now this is the time, if you feel like it, grab a piece of paper or a notebook or whatever, but we're going to get some little affirmations. What is an affirmation? Oh, that was quick. Y'all cannot make this up. Okay, so this affirmation says, I am blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I accept myself fully and wholly. So I accept myself fully and wholly. Look at her posing. Like she is just in her power. This is saying to embrace like your essence, like your entire essence. Start to appreciate your body more. And on the back of, okay, so that's the affirmation you want to write down. I accept myself fully and wholly. And on the back we have, despite my shortcomings, I know that I am enough because, and there's a blank line. How can I be less critical of myself? So I'll go ahead and show y'all that right here. If you want to pause it and screenshot that to write that down real quick. So despite my shortcomings, I know that I am enough because blank. How can I be less critical of myself? So the big message here is to embrace yourself fully. Don't be so hard on yourself. Know that you've made a lot of progress and know that great things are ahead of you is really what I'm feeling here for you guys. All right, well, that's all I got for y'all. If y'all like this kind of stuff, please like, share, subscribe. I might be doing some updates, some revamping of the page, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, just like, share, and subscribe if you like that. I really hope that this message found you blessed. Until next time, on to group 2. Ta-ta! Okay, if you guys chose group 2 with this pretty little rock stone thingy, this is going to be your reading. And so automatically what I'm feeling with this is feeling vulnerable and illusions, as in the illusions that you're giving off to other people. Like let's say, for example, somebody's telling you like, are you okay? Are you sure you're okay? And you're like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. Like, here. And, you show them a side of yourself. Like you're trying to hide something about yourself, whether it's something you're going through from others, but it's like you feel vulnerable and kind of hollow. It's like you feel like people can see through it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling for that. It's a message for somebody out there, but let's go ahead and get your reading. So first we're going to pull from the Tarot of the Spirit, and then we're going to pull from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, and then the very oh so blunt Heal Yourself reading cards. So yeah, these are super blunt, so hope I don't hurt your feelings, you know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and see what Spirit has for you guys. All right, Spirit, what is it that Group 2 needs to know? What's going on with Group 2? What advice do you have, Spirit, for Group 2? Okay. Okay, please clarify the first card, Five of Fire. Okay. Oh, that was fast. Oh, 2 cards. One more. Wow. Okay, so I was kind of right on the money with that. So the first card we have is Five of Fire, the struggle. So these are like maybe this feeling of trying to prove yourself amongst other people, the struggle. It's like a tug of war type of energy. And then underneath that, we have the Tower card. So some realizations, some abrupt changings, things that are going to uproot. But it's like this feeling of some sort of conflict has caused some sort of like shattering moment that's like it's the Tower card. And then over here we have Karma. So this is all cyclical. This is cause and effect energy. It's like, how much longer can the pressure hold? Like, it's like, someone's walking and other people keep putting more and more on this person's back. And then finally it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I feel like for some of you, it is in a relationship, because we do have the Lover's card, but also for some of you, it's like you can't take it anymore. And for the Eight of Earth, we have the Mountain. It's like you've been putting all of your energy into some sort of focus and making a decision to put your energy into something. What I'm feeling right here, though, is it's like your efforts were not in vain, because it's like Spirit sees that you were consistent in what you were working on, and that it was a match. It was a energetic match for you, and maybe other people around you have maybe made you question like yourself and what you've been putting your efforts into. It's like you've been going down a path, and it's like you've known this is what was meant for you, but then someone comes along and is like, makes you start second guessing yourself. But this is really saying what you put in there, what will come back to you. This pile, you're going through a karmic cycle, most definitely. We have Mother Earth, which is like the Queen of Pentacles right here. A lot of giving and receiving energy, because right underneath that we also have cause and effect. So not only do we have the Tower, Karma, cause and effect. If you put shit in, you're going to get shit back. If you put good in, you're going to get good back. So the message here for you guys is to be very, be honest with yourself and others. Because at the end of the day, that vulnerability of trying to suppress and hide and show illusionment and kind of, don't lie to yourself. This is really what Spirit's trying to tell you, is to stop lying to yourself about whatever you're going through. Because at the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. And so those are the illusions. Those are the fears, like feeling vulnerable. You don't want to feel vulnerable. But the thing is, Spirit's trying to tell you that in allowing vulnerability, that's where healing will happen. When you're completely honest with yourself and with other people, that's whenever true healing is going to happen for you. Because it's like this structure can't stand anymore. It's time to change. And I know change is scary, change is hard. I myself, I am a Scorpio, and I have Scorpio in my 12th house. So if you know anything about astrology, you know that 12th house, Pisces, it is psychic, but it also deals with, addiction and stuff like that. So I understand that. I understand having to face that. Like, I'm right here with you. Like, imagine I'm your friend or something, You can be honest. If you have something you want to say, go ahead and message me, I can talk to you. But I understand wanting to put up the facade of feeling okay. And also for some of you, I know we don't see the devil card here, but there's that, I'm hearing about maybe some of y'all are maybe secretly, because we have the moon card, have addictions that you're not telling people about. But things will come to the light if you're not honest. What goes around comes around. I know it's a very like intense message for some of y'all. It's really hard to face your fears, but you need to admit the truth to yourself. Otherwise, it ain't gonna be pretty, is all I got to say, okay? But with this Mother Earth here, there is a message of hope. If you put good out into the world, if you're honest, if you're nurturing and receptive to other people, like, you'll be surprised on how people react to your honesty, you know? Admitting the truth and admitting that you need help. That's, you know, it doesn't have to deal with addiction. It can deal with, you know, if you're a workaholic, for example, and you've been taking on too much. Admitting that you need help, you know, it doesn't make you weak. But okay, let's go ahead and get some oracle cards. What else can I get for my Pal 2? What does Pal 2 need to know about their current situation? Oh, snap, it flew out. Hold on. Okay. I didn't expect to show my face. I don't do no makeup or nothing. Okay, so the first card we have is Guardian Angel. So if you've been feeling like you've been suffering in silence, know that your guardian angels or spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, they're like really close to you right now. Like you're not by yourself. If you feel like you're alone right now, you're not alone. Like it's saying like they're closer to you than ever. There's that saying that God is near to the brokenhearted. Okay. What else can I give for group 2? What does group 2 need to know? What does group 2 need to know? These cards are so big. Okay. Sanctuary. Some of y'all need to retreat. Some of y'all need to make your own sanctuary. If you come home, let's say, and you feel like your house is not comfortable, it's time to declutter. This is a time to really get rid of things that don't serve you. But with this sanctuary card, this is finding beauty and peace within, having your body be a temple of a sanctuary, you know, drink more water, take care of yourself. That's what your guardian angels are wanting you to know, that they want you to build a sanctuary with them, as in build a commune with spirit more. If you feel like you've been slacking in that, this is a message for you, whoever's out there who needs to hear that. If you're into altar work, this is also talking about maybe updating your altar, just creating a safe space for yourself. And that it doesn't mean that, like, you don't have to keep go, 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 you know. You can take a pause sometimes. Okay. Also, what I'm picking up on her headwear, she's got like this snake skin. And it's like, there's, like I was saying, there's this need to like purge, shed skin. What else does group 2 need to know? Balance. Okay. Yeah, some of y'all have been out of balance lately. And this is saying it's time to regain stability within yourself, regain balance, take care of yourself. I'm hearing mental health and also what you're intaking if you're not drinking enough water. Okay, so the bottom of this card is the nature card. It's saying to go outside, get some fresh air. It's time to simplify is really what this is saying. It's like you've had a tower moment of some sort, and right now is not really the time for you to keep pushing. This is the time for you to simplify. So when you think simplify, take a nap, do some meditation, deep breathing, go outside, get some fresh air, go on a nature walk, go on some trails. If you have plants, don't get so depressed that you kill them. I've done that myself. But also with nature, nature teaches you a lot. Like, you know, a tree has so many metaphors. It's rooted. Even when it storms, most of the time it sways. It just goes with the wind. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't get uprooted. So there's this need for you guys to really get rooted, is the big message. Okay, and with my really blunt cards, what messages do they need to be aware of? What does group 2 need to be aware of right now? What does group 2 need to be aware of right now? Soulmate. So we got the soulmate card. Let's see what else comes out with this, just to see the context real quick. Okay, what else with group 2? This definitely could be in regards to a relationship, because we got the Lovers card and we have the Soulmate card. The card is the number 14. 4 plus 1 is 5, which means change, transition. Some of y'all, this is a message for some. You might have found something out about your partner. But that's just, that's neither here or there. Okay? We have Soulmate, unleash your creativity. And then we have the card of sexuality. Okay. Let me just see. What I'm really feeling is like, are other people influencing your decisions? Because we have the card of unleash your creativity. The card 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 is about foundations and stability. It's like once you start to get grounded within yourself, you're going to start having creative insights on moving forward out of this kind of void energy. But some of y'all are creatives. You need to unleash your creativity. You need to start expressing yourself. Like if you've been holding in a lot, it's time to start expressing. And then we have the card of sexuality. So this deals with self-love, expressing your wild side. I feel like y'all have been suppressing a lot, and Spirit's really wanting y'all to get in touch with your sexuality, get in touch with your body. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we got selling out. See, this imagery is just like intense. This is kind of the prostitute card. So the dark side of the prostitute card with selling out, it's like I was saying, like, why are you doing the things that you're doing? Are you living in the survival mode of trying to impress other people? Or are you doing it because, because the light side of the prostitute is, the empowerment, kind of the wildness, like the sexuality. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's whenever you sell yourself out, it's like selling your soul to the devil kind of thing. Let me just tune in real quick because this is really intense. Hold on. I feel like some of y'all might be disillusioned about a relationship. This is just a very specific message to somebody out there, because we have the moon right here. This soulmate card, there's this moon imagery. Trying to decipher what's an illusion and what's true. But yeah, with this selling out card, this is saying in some way in your life you're selling out. You're selling yourself short. And it's like this structure can't go on anymore. Man, that's so intense. Sorry, I'm tuning in real quick. I'm seeing this clock imagery. I'm getting, yeah, this is definitely a karmic cycle for some of y'all. This disillusionment really needs to stop, is what I'm feeling with the soulmates card. So, because this imagery, it's like this is ghost-like soulmate thing clinging on. It's almost like this incubus type of vibe. But it's saying, like, if you're feeling like you need to let go, it's time to surrender it. It's time to face the fear and allow karma to work it out, is what I'm feeling. And understand that you have the power to take back your power. Like, if you've been giving your power away to somebody else, like whether it's in a relationship, a friendship, family membership, whatever, this is saying that you have the power to reinvent yourself. That's the vibe that I'm really picking up. It's time to reinvent yourself and to tap into your essence. It says sexuality, and you see this imagery. It's real wild looking. And do it because it's what you want to do, not because somebody made you, or you feel pressure to perform for somebody else. Okay. Now this is the part if you want to get a piece of paper and a pen. I'm going to have some affirmation advice for you guys to write down. What is an affirmation that group 2 needs to focus on? What's an affirmation that group... Oh, snap. Oh, 2. Y'all got 2. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the first one says, I trust my intuition. And there's that moon imagery again. So if you've been feeling disillusioned, like not being able to trust yourself, this the like Spirit's telling you, hey, trust yourself. And on the bottom it says, I know that I can trust my intuition because blank. So think of a time whenever your intuition was on point and maybe you didn't listen to it. And then you were like, oh, I should have listened to myself. It's that kind of vibe. You need to start listening to your intuition more. And the next card says, I can learn from my mistakes. So that's the next affirmation. I can learn from my mistakes. And on the back of the card, it says, what is a recent mistake I have made? What are some of my key learnings? Okay, so this is really saying, like, it's time to step out and to stop selling yourself short, selling yourself out, admit the truth to yourself. Because what we put out there is what's going to reverberate back to us, like I said in the beginning. And know that you have the power to stop giving other people your power. Take it back and realize you have the power to rebuild your structure, because I feel like y'all have been shedding a lot. Okay, yeah, that's the message I got for you guys. Y'all just hang in there. I know this is a pretty intense time for you probably right now with having to kind of rebuild yourself again. But know that you have the power to do it. And your guardian angels are right there next to you. All you got to do is pray and get grounded, get back in, connection with spirit, and everything's going to be all right. All right, well, that's all for this reading. If you like this kind of stuff, please like, share, subscribe. And I'm going off to group number 3. Ta-ta! All right, group 3, if you chose this amethyst, this is for you. Automatically, the message that I got, I was shuffling my cards, and the card Hope popped out. So I feel like you guys are ready for something new. That's what it really feels like. Like, I feel like you guys are really old souls. But y'all are ready for something new is really what I'm picking up with that. So let's go ahead and get into your card readings. First, we're going to pull from the Tarot of Spirit deck. Then we're going to pull from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. And then finally, these are my really blunt cards. They're called Heal Yourself reading cards. Super blunt, so don't get your feelings hurt. I'm sorry. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, y'all are definitely ready for something new. And also, at the end of the reading, I will be doing a affirmation pick a card thing. So have a piece of paper and a pen ready at the end of your reading. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, Spirit. What is it that group 1 needs to know? What does group 1 need to... I say group 1. I meant group 3. Oh, sorry, guys. Maybe I'll need to go look at group 1. Okay. First card we have is Strength. Let's get a few more cards. What else does group 3 need to know? What does group 3 need to know? Yeah, if you were attracted to group 1, go look at group 1's reading. What does group 3 need to know? Ooh, hello. Interesting. Okay, let me go ahead and get some clarifiers. Please clarify the Strength card. Oh, this one. Please clarify the Brother of Fire. Please clarify the Brother of Fire. Ooh, okay. So the first card we have is Strength. Okay. And to clarify it, we have the Nine of Wind, the screen. Then we have Brother of Fire, which is like the Knight of Wands. Then we have Mother Earth, which is like the Queen of Pentacles. And this one flipped out in the reversal. It's Sister Fire. It's like the Page of Wands. Automatically, I feel like like the words that I was getting was like not trusting yourself. Right underneath Sister Fire, we have the Magus or the Magician. I think you're missing something. Like you feel like something's missing. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. I think like it just feels like not trusting your own potential and having this like blockage of what could be, and it's like this fear of failure is why you haven't moved forward. Like you're ready for something new, but and it's like you know what you want. It's almost like this almost obsessive energy. Of course, with the Devil card being the anchor card at the bottom of the deck, either you're obsessing, going over and over, or your focus, like what you want to do, is for the wrong reasons. So automatically with this reading, what I'm feeling is it's time to evaluate why it is that you want what you want, why it is that you want to go forward in this direction, kind of thing. But it's like, it's almost like you've been exhausting yourself with this mental anxiety. But it's saying like it's time to check your intentions. We have the Mother Earth right here. This is advising you to come from a place of inner love and abundance, and don't come from a place of lack, because that's how you're going to deplete yourself. But really check your intentions and why you want to do what you want to do. Sister Fire came out in the reversal. It almost feels like I get this spark energy, but the spark keeps going out. But with the Magus here, it's saying to take a pause and to check your arsenal, because there's just something that you're not seeing. My cat just walked in, so if you heard the door, that's what that was. Yeah, with the Strength card, like I feel like it's like you need to unshackle yourself from either voices from other people, or really I feel it feels like an internal struggle that you've been having. But it's saying like through the fire, like there's a regeneration. Like it's time to regenerate yourself. And it's like we're all going through this kind of shedding energy right now. We're going to have we're going through the Lion's Gate right now. You can look that up. But a lot of inner truths are coming up. And then like we can't be disillusioned anymore. Another message is let's see, there's my cat right. Sorry, you guys. His name's Leo. He likes to sit back there. But I'm hearing something about spirit animals. If there's a specific animal that is like coming on your path or whatever, look up the meaning of that, because that's really going to help you to have some insight. Like your spirit guides are trying to speak to you through animals. Like I get this vision of like a man with a torch and running rampant. You need to get in control of the rampant thoughts, because it's going to end up like scalding hot is what it feels like. Like I'm seeing this vision of like somebody's body being like burned to a crisp kind of thing. What else, Spirit? What else can I get for them? What do they need to know? You have two choices. You can either let your inner demons have a stranglehold on you, or you can release yourself and to transmute. Because really what I'm feeling with this group is this energy of needing to transmute, transmuting trauma. Because right now you're going through a loop. And Spirit wants you to know that you have everything in your arsenal right now to overcome. And the reason why you're not seeing it is because you're keeping your blinds like this instead of opening the blinds to a higher perspective. You need to get to an eagle's perspective, see things from a very higher perspective, and to get out of your head, to face it, because this is if it feels like this, is the Nine of Wind. Nine is the number of endings, you know. And you have to understand that whether it's an addiction, addicted to, it doesn't have to just be substances, although it very well could be. But like getting into these mental loops is really what I'm feeling for this group. Like rehashing things that happened. I feel like things that happened to you, you're rehashing them in your head and you can't move on. Maybe feeling like, you gave your all to this person or to this situation and you didn't get anything back. That's because you were not coming from the right place. You were coming from a place of trying to seek love from somebody else instead of filling your own cup. And this is really talking about it's time to kind of light a fire under your ass and to go forward and to have the strength to fight your inner demons. Don't let them overcome you anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and get some oracle cards. What does group 3 need to know? These are really big cards. Intuition. Okay, you need to start listening to your intuition more. It's been a repeating message. Also with Amethyst, Amethyst is all about intuition. So y'all might be intuitives yourself. It's just that you've kind of gotten yourself into some sort of rut where you've almost forgotten who you are, kind of thing, is what I'm feeling. It's like the devil in one ear and the angel in the other is what I'm feeling. Okay, we got love. So what is love? What is love to you? Is love conditional or is it unconditional? Big message with you guys. And this card also has all this purple energy. So this is really crown chakra, just like Amethyst is purple. But there's a big message on if some of y'all have been having conditional love for other people, like, like I was saying, like you do things for other people and you expect something in return. And if they don't return it, it's like, oh, that love has a condition. Or, it could be vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I get a vibe of codependency here. It's time to be independent is the big message too. Okay, what else does group 3 need to know? Healing. We have the card of healing. So it's time to be the alchemist of your own life. Take your power back. You see this imagery? Like she looks super serious. Like she's like looking you dead in the eye. And it's like, look, this has got to stop. You need to heal yourself. And how do you heal yourself? It takes you have to go in. You have to go within. You gotta do the inner work. And I know, we have a busy, hectic schedule, but on the bottom of the deck we have beauty. Yeah, y'all definitely, if you were drawn to group 1, y'all need to go look at group 1 because there's a similar message here, but it's a little bit different. But we have the card of beauty here. I don't even think I've ever seen this card in this deck. But yeah, beauty, this talks about appreciating yourself, looking in the mirror. I feel like this is the group, y'all are intuitives and maybe psychics or empaths, and y'all pick up on other people's energy. But I feel like y'all have this learned helplessness where maybe you haven't been appreciating yourself. Maybe you haven't been taking care of yourself or viewing your own worth or your own beauty. Maybe you feel like you have to have some sort of validation from other people. And that's the reason, like that's the place that you've been coming from. And it's really talking about like you need to listen to yourself. Like if there are things that you're doing that you feel like intuitively, you need to stop, it's time to start trusting those little hunches. If somebody's not reciprocating back to you, don't sit there and try to force something that's not supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, don't force a relationship and be like, I'm going to do all this stuff and maybe they'll love me because I did all this for them. Like, that's not real love. That's codependency. This big, strong message is time to learn to love yourself. It's time to take care of yourself. Like, love yourself the way that you would love somebody else. Like all that stuff that you're pouring into that relationship or that type of friendship dynamic or whatever, you need to start doing that to yourself. Cook for yourself. Get your nails done. You take the hot bubble bath. Like play some sexy music and dance by yourself. You know, like start to feel yourself. Like appreciate the gift that you are, because not everybody's going to appreciate it. You don't need to be tossing pearls to swine is the big message here. Okay. Now, that was a pretty blunt reading right there, but I'm going to get from a blunt cards right here. These are super blunt, so we'll see what Spirit has to say to you guys. Okay, what does Group 3 need to know? What advice or what do they need to know? Anything? What does Group 3 need to be aware of? What does Group 3 need to be aware of? What does Group 3 need to be aware of? Selling out. This is kind of the card of the prostitute. I was saying, like, that's that codependent type of energy, selling yourself out, doing things out of your integrity. Right now, you're not in a place of integrity, and Spirit's wanting you to bring that energy back to yourself and to heal yourself. Yeah, the message, it's real similar to what I was just saying. And also with this card, we have a lot of this purple energy. So a big message for you guys, whenever you're meditating, be like, it's time to open the crown chakra and to allow for Spirit to come in and to heal, because y'all have more to offer, but for some reason you're selling yourself out to people or situations that are not meant for you. And then right here we have procrastination. So this is saying y'all have been procrastinating on something, and it's time to stop procrastinating. I know that it's easier to just go sit on the couch and not do anything, or depression will do that. But it's saying it's time to step out of this procrastination energy, because when you procrastinate, you don't get anywhere. Let's see where this is going, though. What else does Group 3 need to know? Also, a message for some of y'all is that y'all keep waiting for the perfect time, but there's never going to be a perfect time, and that you need to just rip the Band-Aid off. What else does Group 3 need to know? What does Group 3 need to know? What does Group 3 need to know? What does Group 3 need to know? This one. Okay, wow. Okay, so what wasn't I just saying something about alchemy? I believe it was y'all, I was just talking about that. We literally got the card of alchemy. Okay, so this card, it talks about transmuting the pain, because it came right on top of the healing card. So we have healing and we have alchemy here. So it's time to get that pain and to transmute it into, it's like turning it into gold. It's like taking that struggle, and it's like rejection is God's protection. This is not the time to force relationships. What's meant to be will be. The more you force it, the more miserable you're going to be. And because at the bottom of the deck, what was I saying about self-love? We have literally the card, it says self-love on it. Yeah. And see at the bottom of this deck with the self-love and beauty, it's time for you to go within and to start to appreciate your true essence, your true power, your femininity, or, because this is some feminine vibes up in this reading right here. It's time to start feeling yourself again, and not to give a fuck what he said, she said bullshit. Like, don't feed into none of that. Don't feed into toxic, negative people. Even if you're not even in that situation anymore, you haven't moved on from it. Like, this is like two different groups of people. You're either in a relationship or a friendship dynamic that's toxic, or a work dynamic that's toxic, and you're selling yourself out and you're not living in integrity, or there was a past situation that you got out of, and even though you're not in that situation anymore, it's like mentally you're still stuck there. Like, you won't get off of it. And it's saying it's time to take the power back and to stop. Like, you need to stop it. You need to heal. You need to be the alchemist of your own life. Because you have the power. It is in your hands. You just have to trust yourself. And with the beauty and the self-love card, like, this is some Venus vibes. I can't remember if it was group 2 or group 1. Very similar energy. But this is like hardcore self-love time, man. Like, look at her. Like, she is just embracing her wholeness. Like, she has her arms raised, you know? And then with the beauty card, start to appreciate yourself. Like, all that energy you're giving to other people, bring it back to yourself. Okay? Now, this is the time to get a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to get some affirmations. What is an affirmation that I can get for group 3? What's an affirmation I can get for group 3? I'm not getting those cards. They just fell. I'll pick them up later. Okay. So this one says, I am strong and capable. I am strong and capable. And on the back it says, what are my best qualities? How can I showcase these qualities? So what are my best qualities? How can I showcase these qualities? This goes back to that self-love and beauty. What are your beautiful qualities, you know? Go look in the mirror and like appreciate your lips and your eyes and your smile. Appreciate your skin, your hair, you know, your hands if you're into all that. You know, like, start to appreciate like your whole essence and like what, you know, you're strong and capable. You can do it. You just needed someone to tell you, like, to remind you. You know, we all need a pep talk. And it's never too late. Honey, it is never too late. You can get up and go and try again. You know, I feel like y'all will go through a glow up if y'all just take care of yourself, love yourself, and stop giving your power to people who don't deserve you. Stop it. You are so worthy. That's really, like, that's a message for you guys. Like, y'all are so worthy. You just have to see it for yourself. You know, you're not alone in this. Like, we're all growing. Anyone in any type of spiritual community, we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to better ourselves. And I think that you just needed a reminder. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you really like this stuff. If it helped, if, you know, like, share, subscribe, and all that good jazz, you know, and I'll be posting on here more often, hopefully. I'm going to be doing some revamping of the page. But yeah, I was just felt inspired to do a message for you guys. I felt like somebody out there needed to hear this. So, alrighty, y'all have a good one. See you next time. Ta-ta.